second. Andre said. Daniel's third. I'm second. No second. Stop.
Willie,
Paper, scissors.
Harris, Daniel, Julianne.
Kevin. No, fine. I'm the first.
You're first?
Yeah. Save Willie. Yes. I'll be third. Oh my god. Oh my god. Lord, you down in my heart. Sweet man.
Okay. Daniel.
Okay. Do I just say it? Do I just say it? Scott,
Yes.
do I just say it?
Yes.
Okay. They said the lack of getting rid of nuclear weapons caused more nuclear weapons because, but I disagree because nuclear weapons create peace through the whole world. Therefore, this point is bad. They also said nuclear weapons create terrorism, but I disagree because most people can't just get nuclear weapons from the street and get nuclear weapons. And nuclear weapons also create peace to the world. Therefore, Contra wins the debate. They also said that the world will be more peaceful without nuclear weapons, but I think that's not a good reason because the world is already peaceful through the 60 years already, and therefore the reason isn't good. Let's stop.
No, sit down. Daniel,
What?
you're going to re-give the speech
Why?
because I think everybody will probably re-give theirs. A couple things that you need to do. Write this down.
Okay.
Write this down. When you do, but I disagree, you need to imagine that within the but I disagree, that there is an ARP.
What is AI?
Assertion, reason, evidence. You're just saying an assertion, right? So on the first point, you said, I disagree because nuclear weapons have created a peace throughout the world, right? That is an assertion. You need to back that up with reasons for why that is true and compare them in the therefore as to why that means you win that argument in the debate. Does that make sense? What don't you get?
I don't get what the reason and evidence.
Claim is, okay, if I said the earth is round, right?
Yeah, it is round.
Okay, how do you know that? That's what the reason
Because
is.
Magellan sailed around the world from Spain back to Spain.
Okay, you need reasons like that,
You
probably
need a reason.
better than that,
Magellan and his crew.
right? If
You need a reason.
if I said Daniel's shirt is red, how would you know that?
Because he is red.
Right? Because you know, like, you might have to get more in depth.
Because you're colorblind.
Well, but it's red, that's true.
Red Bull.
How would you know his shirt is red? Right?
By seeing it.
Right?
Red.
Okay, so you see it, and your eyes know that his shirt is red because in the color spectrum that your eyes see, red is a certain spectrum on that scale, right? And you see on that scale that his shirt is red, right? You need to get more in depth
That's red.
about why what you say is correct,
And what?
right?
What's red, black, and
Like,
white?
Daniel, another point. where you need reasons and evidence are, Kevin. It's like the world has been peaceful for 60 years. You need to go more in depth. Explain. Say why that's good. Is that the longest period of peace we've had?
Yeah.
Develop it more. Harrison.
Stop, but I don't know. I didn't finish.
Keep going then.
Fine. Do I start? Scott.
Yeah, you can start.
Hi, my name is Harris. I am supporting the con team. They said nuclear weapons should be banned, but I disagree because country would not use nuclear weapon unless they want World War III. The world has 9 countries that has nuclear weapons, like Russia, USA, UK, France, China, Israel, India, Pakistan, and North Korea. If they fired the nuclear weapon at one of the 9 countries, they would also get fired at. So they should not use the nuclear weapon. They should put it on display or scare other country that wants to attack them. Stop. Can I just read mine?
Right.
I didn't finish.
Yeah.
Explain.
Harris.
Yeah.
I think that you did a great job comparing and contrasting and doing reasons. Right? Here's the problem.
Assertion.
How many points on the debate did you answer?
1.
You only answered the first contention. So you're just going to let them win their other 2 contentions? Alright, well let's answer the other 2 contentions.
Okay.
Hi, Willie.
Get the second one.
Terrorism. And you might want to read evidence for terrorism.
Scott, I need help.
Because I think you have a really good piece of terrorism
Scott,
evidence
can I
in your
just-
packet.
Scott.
I'll give you a hint. It's from Schneidmuller.
Scott.
Yeah.
Can I just read mine later and then after that I ask you like
I don't want you to go until you finish. So keep working.
I need your help.
Okay. Well, hold on a second. Willie.
Can I go now?
Yep.
They said that nuclear weapons should be banned. And sometimes when countries launch the nuclear weapons, there will be accidents, miscalculation, and even the terrorists using it. But I disagree because even though there will be some accidents and miscalculations, we can still use the nuclear weapons because the countries could just use a smaller power nuclear weapon so that they won't hurt themselves if their opponents were around them. Therefore, I think that nuclear weapons should be banned. Shouldn't be banned. They said that nuclear weapons are horrible and they are used by terrorists. But I disagree because not only terrorists use nuclear weapons, because sometimes some countries, when they fight, they also use nuclear weapons. Therefore, I think that nuclear weapons are only used by terrorists. And they also said that a world without nuclear weapons is better than a world with nuclear weapons. But I disagree because if a world have nuclear weapons, they can be stronger and have more powers. Therefore, I think that a world that has nuclear weapons is good.
Alright, Willie, that was pretty good. A couple things that you need to do. First is on your last contention. When you answered the third contention, you need to do ARE. Right? Do you think that you did that? No. Right? So you need a solid reason that backs up your assertion. I also think that you, when you give this speech again, which is going to be soon, I want you to read 2 pieces of evidence in your speech. You think you can do that?
Start. My hands are vibrating.
What?
Shaking.
Like, is there an earthquake?
No, now it's gone.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I thought you were like about to predict like a massive earthquake. Except my hands vibrating. I'm gonna jump into a doorway.
Start. I'm not ready.
Okay.
Is there a certain
Are you ready? Alright.
Hi, I'm Julianne from the con team, and they said that nuclear weapons become a threat, but I disagree this because if like countries both have nuclear weapons, it won't like cause war because they know that if they bomb it, that if they use it, then the other country will use it on them. So therefore, nuclear weapons won't cause war. And they also said that a world without nuclear weapons is better. But I disagree because there are nuclear weapons. If there's nuclear weapons, there's peace. And since they've proven that the 9 countries in the world that have nuclear weapons, they haven't had a war for the past 60 years. So it doesn't cause like war. So therefore, nuclear weapons shouldn't be.
Alright, Julian, on your first contention, and you answered it, I thought that your reasoning, right, your assertion reason part of answering it was the best anybody's done on one point so far. Okay? But I think that you could develop the therefore, right? You said that they said that nuclear weapons were a threat, and you disagreed because countries who both have nuclear weapons don't cause a war because they know that the other countries would bomb them and use them against the other countries. Your therefore should be what? You need to say, not only are they not a threat, but they are what? They're good, right? Because they've created a period of peace, right? So don't only play defense against them, use your reasoning as an offensive reason why you could potentially win the debate. Does that make sense? Question. Did you answer every contention that the other team said? Okay. Right? We need to make sure that we refute every contention that they say so they don't have any easy ways to try to win the debate. So which point do you need to answer?
Second.
Yeah, what's the second point?
I don't know.
What's the second point? Terrorism. Terrorists will get nuclear weapons and use them. So you need to answer that. And you can use evidence. I'll give you the same hint that I gave Harris. There's a piece of evidence by a guy named Schneidmuller. In your evidence packet, that is absolutely phenomenal.
No.
I think that on your last point, that you could develop your reason better. Okay? Kevin, are we ready? Alright. Give me a little bit. Start looking at your evidence now, right? Don't get it off the top of your head. Get it from the authors. No, look on the con side of the packet.
Scott, I need help.
What do you need help on?
I don't know which matches. Scott, I don't have to back.
I think you left yours here. Look right there.
Scott, can you help me find a match?
Help you find what?
A match.
What do you mean a match?
Like the one that you said, Scott, is here, there's like army with it. No, this is yours.
That's fine.
Is there date?
It's in the other room.
Scott, help me.
What do you need help on?
I need a match. What I need the thing that you said.
Look how Willie did it. Look, hey Willie, could you show him your sheet of paper? Yeah. That.
Wait, Scott,
Yeah.
what time did you read for the first?
Hmm?
What time did you read for the third?
For
The third one.
I read a salient piece of evidence.
For it? And then this one?
Yes, the top one.
Can I have it?
Harris Daniel, what are you doing? Harris Daniel, what are you doing?
Scott, do I have to say it?
Yeah. Are you ready? Alright, I'll give you some more time. But you need to say it correct. Actually, you need to say it in the next 5 minutes. Because everyone else has already said it and are ready to give another one.
Scott, I know.
You need, like,
But I don't know how to.
you say, they said, like, did you listen to the other people's speeches? Right, they split the debate into 3 parts, right? So they're like, the other team said contention 1. Here are my answers to that contention. And they did a TBBT that had an ARE in the because part, right? And they did that for each contention in the debate. Daniel, you have 5 minutes until you have to go again. Are you going to read 2 pieces of evidence?
What?
You're required to read 2 pieces of evidence in this one.
Scott, can I just go to second turn? Because I need to write.
Okay, 2 pieces.
Yeah, but that makes sense.
Daniel, it's not your.
I would read
Daniel, it's not your.
whatever you read. It's,
The terrorism and this.
yes, I would read a terrorism evidence, and I would read a creates peace piece of evidence.
Yeah.
So go look for that evidence. You don't have
They
it.
said, yeah, I do. They said.
No, you have to read the evidence. You have to read the highlighted evidence.
What?
Because now, not only are you going to say words that you think, you're going to say words you think with words that qualified people think. So you need to figure out where you're going to add the quotes into your speech. Right? Like here's an example. Daniel. Here's one of my. This is one of mine on the top. So I have a TBBT that I wrote, and then I have evidence, and then I have another TBBT that I wrote. Right? And this is just for against 1 point. William, do you see? So I should be making you do multiple TBBTs for each point.
No.
But I'm feeling generous today.
Don't really generous with that.
But you need to have at least 2 pieces of evidence.
Read it, Randy.
That's not fake.
It is fake. You stick a sticker on here.
Not supposed to be there.
I did it on purpose. I said,
It should be in the packet.
Scott, stick the
Bring it
sticker
up.
on
William.
Oh, bring in my name.
Daniel, 2 evidence. Come on.
Which one is it?
Evidence.
This is my good luck time.
You have to read 2 pieces of evidence now.
We're trying to do read for the.
I didn't read any con evidence.
What did you read?
No, you're reading evidence for the con. You're not reading pro evidence. I was pro.
Oh,
And it got cut off. Smuggling the material out of the country when being relied on criminal
Scott, so you said that I need to add
and cut off.
Yes.
That was cut off.
2 pieces of evidence.
2 pieces of evidence, and I said that you needed more reasons. I specifically said that you needed more reasons for the 3rd contention.
Can you give me an example?
I would read evidence
Why
for
mine
it
is
too.
blank?
Say why it creates peace and explain that. But you need to explain why that is true, right? You just can't be like the sky is blue. You need to say why the sky is blue.
Because of the Scott, I don't know.
Because of the reflection of the sea.
No, that's actually not true. I think it's like chlorophyll or something. I forget. It's not the reflection of the seas though.
Chlorophyll?
Yes.
Oh, because of the atmosphere. Because blue skies, all oxygen planets have blue skies.
The first
But
point
not
they read
all-
is about nuclear weapons not creating peace. So you need to say that nuclear weapons are what? Peaceful. Right? Not about terrorists. That's the second point. You need to split them up into 3 different points.
Does someone have to resume automatic?
Just scratch it out. It's not a big deal.
I'm done. We'll see.
2 minutes.
Scott, but can I say they said that nuclear weapons should be abolished? And I said, can I try?
Paris.
Go die.
The sky is blue because the molecules in the air scatter blue light from the sun.
That's so not good.
Daniel, are you ready?
He's trying to shoot.
Scott, can I say this? Why will we? Why will we? I said that nuclear weapons will be also hard, but I disagree because Mooney actually said that it can only increase that if control.
Why don't you read this evidence? Why don't you read this evidence in the grade? Yeah,
Oh.
just actually read it. Say the author,
47.
go to the right page, what page is it on?
supposed to say that because you're always successful.
Yeah. So now when you say, when you answer the terrorism part, you do your assertion and your reason, and then you're like, oh, I also have evidence. And then you read this. You think this sentence is good?
Yes.
I think it's really good. Daniel, sit down, last warning.
See, I got 5C.
Okay, come on.
Are you happy for
Wait,
me?
let me see. Oh, thank you.
Good sound.
Yeah, you can read this in the debate. No, you give it to me. Just get it.
I don't know where to add, but I just.
Just put it at the end. Be like, and I have additional evidence for this point. And I read the evidence.
But I don't have to.
No, you don't have to rewrite the evidence.
But I have to write.
You have to still have a reason.
Scott, did you ever smoke?
No. No.
Even you joke.
No.
Put these on shorts.
It's my new phone. What are you
It's
saying?
not. It's not.
I bought the Chinese version.
No.
And I really like the Houston Texans.
No, I did it.
You should know. We've been doing this. What did you get? TBBT. I've seen you do it before. And as a part of your because, you need to give assertion of reason and evidence. Good. Here's. 1 minute.
Scott, read this.
What did you change?
Oh my god, so I added. Me too.
What was your evidence?
Read this.
It's in there.
Read this.
No, you actually need to read the evidence.
The red one is the word that I added. The red one.
You didn't add that much.
Yeah.
What evidence are you going to read?
What's the other evidence? The red one.
No, you have to actually get up and say, and I have evidence. Nuclear weapons create peace. Blah, 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 blah. And highlight it.
didn't say it.
And highlight it. Come on. You should know this. We've been doing this since news presentation last year.
Where? When I
Highlight.